everyone. Welcome to IJM Toastmaster Platform TV. I will be your assistant sergeant at arms today. Okay, first of all, let me inform all of you. You may scan the QR code here for the latest agenda, as we have made some amendments just now. As usual, I would like to, because there are many guests today, so I would like to let you all know the washroom is just upon when you open the door, turn right, and you will see the male and female washroom on your right hand side. Okay? As for any emergency cases happen, you need to follow the keluar exit sign and also the authorized personnel instruction to evacuate from the place. As usual, our meetings, we practice a minute to arrive. How often do we rush from one meeting to another? What is the state of our mind when we arrive at meeting? Chances are we arrive at a meeting and still thinking about how our previous meeting, or busy with our phones checking our latest WhatsApp or email, or thinking about our to-do list or the upcoming deadline. With all these thoughts running through our head, it is so difficult for all of us to be fully present and focused on this productive meeting. What if we all just take 1 minute for everyone to arrive fully, to take a quiet moment to settle down at the start of the meeting? The 1 minute begins now. You may close your eyes. Okay, your 1 minute has over. Let us start the meeting. And for just a very gentle reminder, kindly ensure your mobile phone is in a silent mode or you turn off your mobile phone. Next, I would like to invite our President, Tia, to present her President opening speech.
Wow. Glad to see you all here again for our fourth meeting. Our theme today is about never give up. I'm sure this word has been used by most of us many times when we encounter to solve a problem, or it can be in career, or it also can be in your life goals. Why people are using these words so many times? Never give up. You want to go to Toastmaster meeting? Never give up. You want to come take a role? Never give up. Try, and try. There is a reason behind why we come up with never give up. Imagine you have a goal here and you are here, and there is a step for you to reach your goal. And here is the first wall, you break it, and the second wall, you break it, and there is a third wall, you break it. And before that, you will go through a lot of hustles and struggling, and there will be a lot of people there to put you down and say that, hey, why are you going there? There is nobody who worked it out. And you might give up, but you never know. Once you are actually one step closer to achieve your goals. So break it, break the wall and reach for your goal. Let me tell you one story. I think most of us know that how our IJM Toastmaster Club has formed. When initially it was formed, the charter members actually find it so hard for them to find even members to attend the meeting. It was very hard. That is where the point, there were only 3 members to attend the meeting, and they never give up. They still run the meeting. There's a time where there is no fund available for them to run the meeting. They use their own money, their pocket money to run the club. They never give up. If they think that it is not going to work out, and we just give up and go and do our own things, not to develop people out there, the Toastmaster Club here wouldn't be here. Although they have so many reasons to let go this club, they pull it out and they strive toward it, and we have achieved our President Distinguished Club last term. So, I don't have the members here, but I only have one of them who attended one of the 3 members who attended, conducted the meeting last time. So can we have a round of applause to him? Without them, I wouldn't be standing here and giving a presidential speech here. They mean a lot to me, and they developed me to be here. Without further ado, we have our many wonderful guests here. Can I have them to introduce themselves? Yeah.
My name is Nagan. I'm actually a trainer here, and here today for a training, an internal training for IJM staff.
Wow. I guess David has brought 3 guests.
Yes.
Would you like them to introduce themselves?
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Lisa. David brought me here. I'm very happy to meet all of you. I'm actually a teacher for young children. What I'm doing is I'm doing children workshop using the Lego bricks. That's what I do.
Hi everyone, my name is Joshua. I'm a corporate sales and leadership trainer. At the same time, I'm also a property speaker. I teach investors how to invest in sub-sales properties with cash flow positive about. Yeah.
Hi.
My name is Steven. I'm owner of Original Tech Malaysia. So today, thank you, David, to bring me here. So happy to know you all. Thank you.
And we also have Alicia.
This is Alicia from Shapley.
Alicia is our upcoming and we also have Lim Kim as our general Kim Kim.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kim Kim. I'm a general evaluator. Do I need to go on anymore?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Without further ado, I would like to invite our most inspiring TMD for today, Hong Sukwa, to take over the control.
Thank you very much, Lucia, for starting off the meeting with a very vibrant tone. It's nice to see all of you packed in this agility room today. Everyone look like you are very excited to start off the meeting. And today we have wonderful speeches and interesting sessions awaiting for all of you. And my job as the Toastmaster of the Day is actually like an MC for an event, but it is called the Toastmaster of the Day to host the entire meeting. And today our meeting theme is being reiterated by our president. And of course, as a start, I need to brief you what is Toastmasters International. And I have something to show you. This is our founder of Toastmasters International. What is his name?
Francis.
Yeah, so you already know him in the person. And I'd like to show you his face so that you remember him in your dreams and so on. So our Toastmasters International, we have a motto where leaders are made. Even though we are all trained to be public speakers, but at the end of the day, we will become leaders to guide even more people, inspire even more people to become better speakers. And our club mission is similar to IJM's Toastmasters club mission, is to provide a very supportive and positive learning environment to encourage people and give them confidence to speak publicly. So this is about a brief introduction about Toastmasters International, established in 1924. And upcoming, I will also share with you a bit about how does this Toastmasters education program work. It is called the Pathways Learning Experience, introduced in Malaysia about 2 years back, and many of us here have already started the pathway. And you will also see that today, in our project speeches session, there are actually the Competent Communication Manual, which is the old track, and also the Pathways project. And next year onwards, July 2021, we will officially start 100% on the Pathways experience, and we will not go on for the old path anymore. So this is called the Pathways Learning Experience, in which each of the members will need to go through at least 2 learning paths. It's up to you to choose what is the path that you want to work on and develop the necessary competencies. And for myself personally, I've chosen motivational strategies, and therefore you can see behind my name there's a title, MS4, which means that I have achieved level 4 in motivational strategies. And each path is made up of 5 levels. So if you have completed up to level 4, you will have a 4 behind your path name. So for example, if you are choosing leadership development, you achieve level 1, so your name will appear LD1 at the back. So all the titles you can refer to it in the agenda for how is the development of each of the members. So this is just a brief introduction about Toastmasters. There are a lot of things to share about Toastmasters. We always try to share information bit by bit so that you can really grasp all about Toastmasters. And without further ado, I would like to share about who are the role players today. May I first invite the art counter to introduce your roles. Come up and give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, my name is Kamal. I will be your art counter for today. The purpose of art counter is to note words and sounds used as a crutch or force filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, you know. Sounds may be repeated words or phrases such as I, or this means. These sounds and phrases can be annoying to the listeners, and at the same time decreasing the value of the speech. Therefore, the art counter, who is me, notes these words and phrases in order to help the speaker aware of them and minimize the use of these words and phrases in the future. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kamal. Just for your information, some of the Toastmasters Club outside, they do practice to find people who have pause fillers. Example, 1 pause filler, 10 cents or maybe 50 cents for advanced club. But our club, we don't practice that, so don't worry. But that doesn't mean that you can use pause fillers freely. Just be mindful of what you will speak later. Thank you. Next, can I invite the grammarian Liu to describe his role?
Hello everyone, I'm Liu, and I'm grammarian for today's meeting. My job for today is to introduce the words of the day, ask members to use it throughout the meeting, and make note of the number of times each person uses it by placing tally marks in the space provided next to their role. Also write down any grammatical errors I hear and good creative usage of English language. So the word of the day today is perseverance. So this is a very important words related to our theme of the day, never give up. So I will give 2 examples. I will give the definition of the day, word of the day, perseverance, meaning persistent in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Example, his perseverance with the technique illustrates his single-mindedness. Second, he worked his way to achieve his goals through hard work and perseverance. So everyone is encouraged to use the words of the day in their speech. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Liu. Just a gentle reminder, whenever we hear a speaker use the word of the day with perseverance, so we will show a thumbs up to encourage them. Thank you. Next, can I invite the timer to describe his role?
Sure. Hello, Toastmaster, good afternoon. My role for today's meeting is the timekeeper. The purpose of timekeeper is to help ensuring the meeting runs according to schedule and keeping track of the time for each segment of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sue. And last but not least, our Madam General Evaluator, Lim Kip, to describe her role, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as the general evaluator, I take note of everything that goes on during the meeting. I am assisted for the evaluation session of this meeting by the table topics evaluator and the speech evaluators. Aside from them, from these evaluators, I have on my team the counter, the grammarian, and the timer. I'll report at the end of the meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
And I would like to announce, based on your hard copy agenda that you received, there is one changes, which is Winston Soul's speech is actually a TC8, project number 8, get comfortable with visual aids instead of the TC7. So that is the only changes. You can also scan the agenda, or some I have already forwarded to some of you, the soft copy of the agenda. Without further delay, I would like to invite our table topics master for today, our first ever distinguished Toastmaster of IJM Toastmasters Club, Ramen.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. Hello, Toastmasters. Guests, what is table topic masters? What is my role? What is table topic? Table topic is where you come try and speak without any preparation. Comparatively, you are making a comparison with the prepared speech. The speaker has enough time to prepare. Whereas table topic, I will give you a topic or a title, a speech title, and you present on it. And you are allowed to present for 2 minutes. On the first minute, the green light will be shown to you. That means you have reached the minimum time that you're allowed to speak. Then 1 minute, 30 seconds, amber light, 2 minutes, red light, and you're allowed another 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. So maximum that you can speak is 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Why table topic is important? Prepared speech, you have enough time to prepare. But in the situation, sometimes you can ask certain questions. For instance, you go for, you're making sales, right? You say something you're making sales. Sometimes somebody wants to buy something for you will ask you that kind of a tricky question. Why do you want to practice this kind of a situation? Table topics will give you that platform. And today's theme is never give up. Never give up, please come in front, take the opportunity. I told you what is it about, why you should go, and how it should be done. Now I'd like to have many of you feel that don't have opportunity to speak or even try to brave yourself. Anyone? Simple topic, don't worry, it will be basic.
Okay, I'll go.
Come. We are allowed for 3 speakers, right? But I have 6 topics. You can choose from a Greek alphabet. Alpha?
Most people tell me the first question is always the easiest.
Is it?
Let me try the first one.
I can put it by the number in the numerical order. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, alpha.
Oh, this is not the first.
It's not the first question.
Okay.
Your title. Never give up. Fortune favors the tough.
Fortune favors the tough. Okay.
Never give up. Fortune favors the tough.
Never give up. Fortune favors the tough. Never give up. Fortune favors the tough. I think among these few words, the toughest word is fortune. I need to relate this fortune to never give up. I would want to relate this fortune as unexpected. It happens many times to me. In my life, there's so many challenges that I have to overcome. I don't even see the destination. I didn't see the light at the other side of the tunnel. But I have to strive on. I need to be persistent. I cannot give up. What do I have to hold on? Expectation and also belief. That is unknown. It's similar to fortune. Yeah, I would equate that in my dictionary. And it always works. I feel that success should be the formula of the success. So long you don't give up, you try again, and try again, you fall, you come up, somehow you will get there. You don't crawl so you can get there. Do you believe so?
Yes.
I certainly believe, because it happened in my life. I'm 55 years, I think I'm old enough to say that. Too many things have me. That's why it's good to be old. It's in the hindsight, you know what life is. Then you realize the formula of the life. Oh, so long you don't give up, you will get there. Trust me. This is at least my experience. Speak from experience. Back to you.
Thank you. A tough topic indeed. Don't worry, the next one will be better, isn't it? Obviously, she put the tough one. The alpha shows always tough. This whole alpha male shows tough.
Okay, I enjoy it.
Anybody else?
Rubina?
Rubina is ready.
Oh, okay.
So left with beta,
Oh, yeah.
gamma, delta, delta, yeah. Yes, delta. Never give up when you are right. This topic is never give up when you are right.
Oh, okay. That's the topic.
Yeah, it is this topic.
Never give up when you are right. Have you ever had the experience that you have a message inside of you that is burning inside of you that you would like to show to others, and all others, they can't see your vision, and other people can't see what you believe in? I'm in a property investment. Nowadays in property investment, there are two main forces that are fighting against each other. One is about cashback, it's about fast money. The other one is about fundamentals and basics. I was a banker for many, many years. In my time of property investing, I go through the hard work of going through hard sunlight, hot sunlight, going through the weather, facing rejection, meeting agents, meeting owners. And that's how I get the fundamentals and basics right. So when I see nowadays, young people are all attracted to fast cash, I told myself, perseverance is the key. We must hold the forces here, persevere, never give up, show people the message. Fundamentals is what brings property investment to the next level, and it will eventually give you cash flow and your rental investment. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Right, that's done with our second speaker. So while you're walking, decide whether you want beta, like to have gamma, epsilon, or zeta.
I like the last one. What was the last couple?
Zeta, zeta.
We started with alpha with everything.
Beta, delta, zeta.
Zeta.
Zeta. Last time we pronounced it zeta.
Zeta.
So never give up.
Never give up. Failure is stepping stone to success. Topic is never give up. Failure is stepping stone to success.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. I really like the topic you've given me, especially for those of us who are coming into the working world, I believe a few of you may have idols that you look up to. If I mention the name Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, how many of you are familiar with that name? Those names, yes. And the one thing that's great about these guys is the message that they tell us. We look at them and we see the success. But there's also a saying which says, out of every one success, there are 999 failures behind it that you don't know of, right? So for me, when I look at failure, I look at it in a different way, which is, what do you learn from it? And in order to get to success, you need to learn along the way, because nobody is born a success. So one of the things of reasons why a person should join Toastmasters is because you need to be prepared to fail. You need to be prepared to stand up here shaking with nervousness to give your icebreaker speech. I think most of us who were at the last meeting may have been very inspired to see one of our Toastmasters, Sukumaran, who delivered his icebreaker speech. And I'm happy to be sitting next to Sugu and seeing his ribbon which says that. Sugu is a veteran Toastmaster in IJM, and he's now starting on the new pathways. So when you say failure is a stepping stone to success, may I implore all of us to not just look at your own failures. Don't get hung up on the idea that your own failures are the ones to concentrate on. Look at the failures of others as well, and don't look at it in a negative light, because every failure that you experience, every failure you see somebody else go through, is a learning point for us. As Joshua, as Ramesh pointed out, you being in sales, I believe this is something that you can also take to heart. If you fail to fear failure, you fail to lead on to success. So thank you very much. Back to you, Dr.
Thank you very much. Next, I'll start my table topic session. Back to you, Dr.
Thank you very much, Ramesh, for preparing topics related to our theme today, Never Give Up. It really boosts our confidence in order to pursue whatever we want to and never give up in our journey. And thank you very much. Now I shall allocate about 30 seconds for you to do the online voting. For those of you who have the link, you can click into the direct link for the voting for the best table topic speaker. If not, for those who don't have the link, you can go to slido.sli.eo website and key in the code IJM TMC. It's written in your agenda. The code IJM TMC capitals. It's written on the left of the agenda. All right. While you are voting, I would like to introduce the speaker for the next session. Our next session is the project speeches session, which is the speaker will prepare the speech based on their speech objectives. They will do it based on their manual. So the first speaker today, we have Winston So. Winston So is the immediate past president of IJM Toastmasters Club. Yeah. Winston So, where are you? Yes. So he will be completing his competent communicator speeches. CC8, get comfortable with visual aids. And today, his topic is easier said than done, and I believe he has a wonderful message to share with all of us. May I invite Winston So? Easier said than done. Easier said than done, Winston So.
How where's the time?
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster.
Good afternoon.
How many do you know about Malaysia's statistic about obese? Is a statistic from the Economics Intelligence Unit for Tackling Obesity Inflation Report. And you can see from here, Malaysia's 2010 is 10.5%, and in 4 years' time, it increased to 13.3%. An increase in number of obese people is 27%. What does this tell you? Malaysia model.
Malaysia sedap.
Yeah, Malaysia is have many variety of foods. That's why, yeah, very easily to be obese. And this is how we spend our money. When we estimate they are equivalent to between 10 to 90% of national healthcare spending on food. Do you know how much our national healthcare spending in 2018? No, it's okay. It's based on the Stars newspaper. The government proposed a larger budget of 314.6 billion for 2019. And in 2018 is 290 billion. So based on just now the 20% of our national spending on food. So how much billion we spend on our food in a year? It's roughly 60 billion. So we spend 60 billion a year just to eat. Do you have some fears here? You know how our economy is transforming? We are spending more money on eating. And this is the charts that shows that in Malaysia, you eat it. True. You see? Even if you are very high discipline, you need to be in a correct environment. So what do I mean is not stay outside from them. You have to influence them to do together. But how you influence them to do it together? You have to set an example. And how do you make them? How do you make them want to follow you? It's very simple. You just give a result to them, and they will believe you, and then they will follow you.
Oh, I see.
Then you pay for that. I remember Kido's few meetings ago, he mentions that I'm his idol because I told him how it works. The time I always do marathon, join marathon, and it really shows the result from how an obese guy changed to a slim guy, and because he also wants to be a handsome guy, that's why he follows me until now. No. So in my conclusion is, you have to persevere and you have to never give up, and you have to need to be a very high discipline to do it. Don't let some viewers to influence you, even though they like to distract you. You have to stay firm in your decision making, and you have to keep control about your self-discipline, because it's not easy to control what you eat, and you have to do it daily also, because you have to do exercise daily to control your calories output. So what I want to say today is, never give up. Everyone can stand and say it together with me.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. Never give up.
Thank you very much for the very encouraging speech. Easier said than done, like your speech title. So many of us here, we have the same New Year resolution, and it will be always recycled at the beginning of the year that we want to lose weight, we want to get slimmer, we want to have 6 packs. All are interrelated. So it really depends on our discipline and who wants to really get the 6 packs, and we encourage make friends with Winston, hang out with him more. Yeah. And next up, we have another speaker, Salviana. Salviana is a person who is also very enthusiastic in learning and improving herself in Toastmasters, and she has been very courageous in taking up speaking slots as well. So today she will be sharing about her traveling experience. So may I please invite Salviana Traveling, Salviana.
Hi, Toastmaster. Good afternoon. My husband was working in MES, so we have free tickets. So for the first time, my husband asked me, "Dear, do you want to go to take a break, go to USA? I will give you a free ticket. You apply a free ticket." Okay, why not? So since we are MES staff, the MES staff is not a very, it's not wealthy people. So we got free ticket, but we don't have any money to go there. So what we do is, okay, we go shopping today. We go and buy Maggi, we go and buy sardine, we go and buy everything to go to US. So US, I'm not sure about US law, but for me, okay, we need egg, right? We need onion, and we also need chili padi. So these three is very important to me. Chili padi, spicy, onion. Can we find any onion in US? Oh, I believe so. We can find if we stay in further from the US shopping mall. Egg is very important. Early in the morning we have to eat it, right? Now, okay. So we bring our Malaysian egg, very small Malaysian egg. So when we travel, our bag is full with food. But lucky the food, some of it is only 3 raw food, and the rest is all already packed, like sardine and all that. So when you go there, you take flight, stop at Japan. So Japan airport is a very nice, Narita airport. It's a very nice airport. I love the Japan airport. So we go around, snap photo, and then I ask my husband, can we snap photo with immigration staff? So we run to the immigration staff. Can we snap photo together? Cannot, it's top secret. We cannot snap photo with us. Because after that you will tell to everybody that our immigration staff is like this and not very efficient. Because snap photo is illegal in Japan. Are you sure or not? Yeah, it's illegal. Actually, it's just joking or what, I'm not sure. Because I say all the visitors just snap photo with them. It's okay, but how? Us, they say like that. It's already not that. It's okay, doesn't matter. As long as you're happy and I'm happy, never give up. Then after that, we went to around there, buy something in Japan. So, and after 18 hours, we reached America. So we reached Los Angeles airport. The airport is quite nice, and then a lot of people there. And then we got pass through immigration. Immigration, no problem, because immigration is, since we are under MES, we have a letter saying that we are under MES, and then we will stay in this address and that address, so no problem. But when we come to custom America is very difficult with them. So when we go there, we pass by the immigration, we go to custom stop us. Then she open the bag. All the bag is okay, but comes to food bag. Oh my God, what are you bringing here? You bring egg, you bring onion, and you bring onion. Then chili padi safe because it's inside my pocket. Onion, egg. What type of egg is this? I say is why so small? This egg is belong to Malaysia. Why the egg in Malaysia so small? Hey, I'm also not sure why so small. What happened to American egg? Is it very big? I told you, yes, it's very big. You see how big is our size? Yes, the size is that big. Oh yeah. And then this egg, you cannot bring in because you see the law in our America. Egg cannot bring in. And then okay, cannot bring in. So what we do is we go and buy the American egg, a very big egg. One day you can eat once a week. So it's very full if you eat. Oh, okay. Then after that I went there. I still say, when you bring all these kind of things, you have to find then 1,000 US dollar. Then 1,000 US dollar. Please, we are come here we are under airline staff. We don't have any money to pay you 1,000. So why you bring all this kind of food? My staff, my MS staff from previous one come to US, bring us to bring all this kind of food because they said we cannot find any food around. We have to go so far away to find the food. So we still have to find you. So my husband was very scared because we have no money. 1,000 is quite a lot for us. So what we do is, my husband go and talk to him. Tuan, talk in Malay, not talk in English. So, Tuan, saya minta maaf sebab I don't know that saya tak tahu that ini boleh bawa telur ataupun onion ke sini. Why is he talking? Then I say, he's talking in Malay. Can you speak in English? My husband cannot speak in English. So, can you please help us that can you please help us to get don't pay anything. Then my husband, then she said, this is your first time you come here. I said, yes, the first time I come here. If you don't mind, please don't find us. Okay, since your first time, we let you go, but make sure you don't bring any more here. This is my first time or maybe my last time I won't be coming here. But MS money, MS don't have any money, just that free ticket only will bring me there. Then after that, she's asking me, okay, you can go off. Make sure you go and buy American. Make sure you go and buy American eggs. The eggs will be all over America because we've got 50 countries there. 50 countries, definitely there is an egg somewhere else. This one I will take away and then make sure in future you don't bring this kind of things. So when I go out, my husband said, no, we have no eggs, we have no onion. So how are we going to do? Then I said, oh, but you still have chili padi, it's inside my pocket. The immigration, the customer not even check my chili padi also. So we are still lucky. So I said, okay, in that case, I go and ask the taxi driver. Then we went there, we go and ask the taxi driver. We want to go to Anaheim, so the taxi driver said, okay, take my taxi. Then he asked him, where can I get the onion? Where can I get the egg? Then the taxi driver said, wherever you go, there is a lot of egg. Don't worry. We just go inside my taxi, then we go to which place you want to go. Then I told my husband, don't worry. We find a way out. Never give up. Always think about positive thing. In future, when we come here, we bring more eggs.
Thank you, Savannah, for sharing your journey to America. It's a very unforgettable experience, I would say, listening to your story again. And next, our speaker, Kido Lin, he would be sharing about one of his features in level 1, research and presenting. Some of you might wonder, he already achieved level 1, why is he doing another level 1 project? So this is actually, he's repeating this project for his own improvement. And I would like to introduce a bit about him. I know him a few years back, and he's a person also very passionate in learning and improving himself. To me, he's a very wise person and very matured for his age, yes. And of course, he's also the best friend of Winston So.
No.
So let's hear from him today. He'll share about time. Does time management really help us? Does time management really help us? Slowly.
Wow.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and guests.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So today I would like to talk about time management. Before going to it, I would like to ask, what is time? You have an idea of it? Every day, we got time. Time is under time. Time is money, okay? So from Wikipedia, time is defined as complement quantity of various measurements used to sequence events.
Wow.
Bombastic, right? Okay, layman term. Let me simplify it. Time is a tool of measurement used to calculate duration of event. Just like I took 5 to 7 minutes for a speech. Okay, that's the first question. Time management. The second question. What is management?
Control.
Control. Managing. Yeah. Managing, okay. So this is more simpler. From Cambridge Dictionary Online, it simply means control and organization of something. Simple. So time management, when we combine these two together, it gives a meaning of a behavior of time allocation or how you divide the time to carry out the task. Like, for example, I took 2 hours to attend the Toastmaster meeting. I take half an hour to finish my report, or even I spend the whole night with my friend running the night marathon. Okay, so do you guys think about time management before?
Yes.
Yes, let's see Google. So I just simply search it. It's about 60 over million result, less than 1 minute. A lot of people talking about that. But wait, time is something that we cannot touch, we cannot feel, we even can't see. We just can see the timer, but we cannot see the time. Can we really manage it? So for me, time management is a lie, totally a lie. You can't just setting up the rules to tell time, hey, you have to follow this, you have to follow that. Time will never listen to you. So what should we do? Since time management is a lie for me. Okay, how should I do? So listen to you. Oh, listen to me, oh, thanks. please. So partially right, we have to organize ourselves. So now I would like to talk about priority management. You don't even need to manage your time because you need to manage yourself. How are you going to manage yourself? Priority. So I would like to introduce you the Eisenhower box. Why I introduce this? This consists of 2 components, which are urgent and important. But I would like to stress on this, because most of us, we don't really know what the thing we do. Like, okay, attending a meeting, do you think which is followed? Okay, let me explain. When the thing is urgent and important, do it right now. When the thing is important but not urgent, it's maybe a long-term planning. So you can take your time, but it's not right now, you have to do it. You can schedule your time to decide it. So if the thing is urgent but not important, like how? Like I want to go to the gym afterwards. It's not really important, but urgent because I want to skip the jam. So the last before is neither urgent nor important. Like going out with Vincent. I like it. So like watching television, checking the social media, or even sorting your junk mail. So we would like to know, time will not look at this. Who will look at this? It's us. So we're going to prioritize the thing that we're going to do. No more, sorry. So with this, we need to prioritize our urgent and important tasks. We need to set it down. Like in the morning, I go to office. This is my personal manner. I go to office and I will list it down what I'm going to do, and then I will use this Eisenhower box to define whether I need to do it now or I can delay it to next week without affecting the importance. By using this, I did save a little bit of time, which I can spend more time with my friend to go for gym, which is Vincent. So this is all. So try to
don't think about the time management anymore. Time will never listen to you. You need to listen to yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. That's it from me. Does time management really happen? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Do. So now I think you understand why I would like to say that he is a wise man, because he always has a lot of things to share with us. And this is the second or third time he's sharing about this time management. And you can see that he really wants us to listen to his point that we need to prioritize our time well. So thank you very much, Guido, for sharing. Now, can I invite you to vote for the best speaker through the same link and same website as well. 30 seconds to do that. Okay, while you are voting online, I would like to introduce our general evaluator. Kim Kim is the past area C2 director 2 years back, and she is one of my mentors in Toastmasters, in which she has inspired me, especially in my leadership journey in Toastmasters. And she's from MIMEJ Toastmasters Club, not too far from IJM. Their meeting is on the Wednesday. They meet at Shah Village near the Taman Jaya LRT. So whoever you are interested to visit another Toastmasters Club, you may even talk to Kim after this to speak with her, because her club is a very good club. Yeah. So now may I invite Kim to host the evaluation session. Can we give a round of applause?
Thank you, Toastmasters, for this one. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'll go straight into this evaluation session. The first evaluator we're going to listen to is competent communicator, competent leader, Sukumaran, who has been assigned to evaluate the table topic speakers. Over to you.
Table topic session. The first speaker came out with our first Alicia, and the title given to you is a bit tricky. I was standing there observing you, and I myself find it a bit tricky question. And I was thinking, how are you going to deal with it? You were slightly neater from the body language. I noticed that, but you never gave up. You come back to your normal self. The opening body was clearly organized. The gestures, language, and expression was clear. Only room for improvement is at the end of a speech, you could have given some examples of somehow you get there. That would be nice. And that I thought it was good. Second speaker, Joshua, you are like a marathon runner. You are energetic, and you came here, beautiful opening, body, and conclusion. You even used word of the day twice. For the gestures, language, organization, vocal variety, expression, you're completely very good. I give you perfect for that. And I didn't find any room for improvement. Speaker number 3, Robina. She is a very beautiful speaker with nice words. She came here, failure is stepping stone for success. Okay? And she digests that and start with a beautiful opening. I like this title. And she moved on. In the body, she gave example of Steve Jobs, and these people are very successful people. And I think you can use your vocal varieties at this juncture. Steve Jobs, very successful man, something like that. And then move on. When it comes to failures, you courage to go down to failures. There will be some failures. But now that, like you said, there's a lesson to learn eventually.
And the conclusion is even beautiful. You quote at the end of the speech. That's all for me. Over to you.
Thank you, Sudhu, for that evaluation. It showed me that you really had paid very close attention to what the speakers said. And you definitely took note of their manner of presentation and their content for you to be able to very briefly but quickly and comprehensively cover what input you had for them. Thank you, Sudhu. Now to the prepared speeches. We have assigned evaluators. The one who is going to evaluate the speech by SR1 Winston So is distinguished Toastmaster David Tan. I have known him for quite a long time. David is one serious guy as far as Toastmasters is concerned, and we are so lucky to have him here today to give us the evaluation for Winston So's speech. Please help me welcome David Tan.
Perseverance is easier said than done. Now, I have a direct connection with Winston. Why? Because I was like this. I needed to turn to this. So, in a way, I went to gym. I needed to be bigger because ladies find me, I don't have security. So, direct connection, but opposite direction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what did he do excellently? Because before this, he was a president, he needed to do speeches every single meeting. So, he was very comfortable with the audience. So much so that he was so playful. This shows how confident he is in relaying a message. Secondly, he is also very informational. He had pie charts after pie charts. But at the end, he showed us a photo of him 3 years ago, to him being one year later. Now, what could he have done better? Remember, he is already on his 8th speech. So we need to talk about visual aid first. First and foremost, please read your manual properly because it showed there that you need to use 2 or more visual aids. So again, this is a visual aid. I used to be like this. 2 years later, I was like this. Then you show this is a visual aid. Secondly, besides the slides, you can also put, ladies and gentlemen, women are 80%, guys are 60%. Now, this is what you call a third visual aid by writing it down. Because your pie chart, I didn't know what was the statistics of ladies being more obese than guys. If you could have put this one here, you don't have to have one more extra pie chart. This will guarantee people to understand better. Your images, instead of having 3 in one slide, have only 2. 2016, 2018. Because the middle photo was not necessary. If you can have just 2. And instead of doing this way, show how slim you are. That is a proper photo. Because we couldn't really see, because just of your face, we couldn't see much. But if you can have a proper photo, remember, if you're going to use an image, use it purposefully. Because it wouldn't send the message across. Because this is present with visual aid. Understand this. If you want to do it better. Last but not least, your action. As I see through your manual, you always have this weakness of you couldn't portray yourself through your action. Now, you can do this way. If you didn't see the photo very well, I used to be like this. I used to be 85 kilos. I shrunk to 60 kilos. This way is also another way of visual aid. is also to tell people how much weight you lost. I wanted to wait for that. What program do you do? Morning eat what, afternoon eat what, night eat what? And last but not least, how do you influence your friends to be like you? That photo will reinstate how influential you were. With that, thank you so much.
Thank you, David, for a very, very complete, comprehensive evaluation. And I'm sure not only Winston has benefited from it, I'm sure the rest of the audience has also done so. And now, I'd like now to call upon distinguished Toastmasters. Sorry, hold on. The next evaluator is Alicia Kay, distinguished Toastmaster, who will evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Salviana. I've met Alicia in a few occasions, and I was very impressed just now when I got to know her a little bit further during the lunch break. And she is one person who has impressed upon me that in the Toastmasters fraternity, I help you and you help me. And she is really one person who goes clubbing as well to enhance her Toastmasters experience. Please help me welcome Alicia Tate.
This is your second speech, which you repeat the first speech. I find that the good point of you is you are very smart, relaxed. I detect no fear from you. You are an excellent storyteller because your speech is all about telling the story of your first travel. When I read, your topic was announced, traveling alone the world, it kind of open-ended. So I was wondering what that was. So until I heard your speech. Overall, in the previous message, you had 3 points that you need to work on. One is audience engagement. Second is time management. Third is your body movement. You did improve on the time management. Congratulations. In terms of audience engagement, I think we enjoy your speech. It is the speech itself, a kind of audience engagement. You are quite humorous. In terms of movement, I would like to share with you what I know about movement. There are only 2 reasons for a person to make body movement. Number 1 is you speak the story. If your story has the need for movement, you need to run, you need to dialogue, all these things you move. Second reason for body movement, if you have to talk about something chronicle on 1 point or 2 points, maybe you need to get, maybe your young time, your university time, something like that, chronicle time, or point 1, point 2, and 3 like this. Other than that, you don't have a reason to move. In your movement, although you did just now, we did have the movement, but the movement were not purposeful. Maybe you learn more about the skill of movement that will help you. My suggestion to you only 2 points. The first, probably you make your topic more specific. I would suggest like my first traveling to the US. Immediately you prepare the audience for your story. The conclusion, do you realize that you did not have a conclusion? You tell your story and then you go. So the conclusion can be how you feel. You tell about what is this first trip to you? How did you feel that? And then you can also say another sentence on what lesson have you learned? Now you learn how to have the first traveling. You, of course, I hope that you have it. If you have the feeling looking forward to the second traveling, what would you do? How will you prepare yourself so that you can enjoy the trip better? That's all for my evaluation. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia, for that evaluation. again, I'm sure Salviana and the rest of you have also benefited from it. Madura. I have listened to Madura not only at the Toastmasters meetings, but at speech contests. And she has wowed me at a number of the contests. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we get to see her in the role as a speech evaluator because she's going to evaluate the speech which was given by Kido. Please help me welcome Madura.
Kido. I have known you as a friend for more than a year. We all know Kido that he is someone who perseveres in learning the language, and he's always on my back asking me, is this the right way to pronounce this? Is this the right way to say this? Is this the past tense or is this the present tense? Sometimes even I don't have the answers. And I'll have to tell him, Kido, I think we need to Google this because even I am not sure what you're asking about, right? And today, when I see you here, may I ask you, why did you choose to give this speech again?
Yeah, that's it.
Why? Why?
Oh, why? I feel that I like to repeat it again.
Okay, did you feel that you did it better?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, that's right. So let me tell you that you have excelled in confusing me that time management is a total lie. I was like, what? What do you mean a lie? Because I have been managing my time every day at work. And then I found out today that maybe you're not supposed to be managing time because time waits for no man. You are supposed to manage your priority list. What you need to do first and what you need to do later. So Kido, I'm going to tell you two things that you did great and one thing that you need to work on. The first thing that you did great is that you had very good slides, clear, it was understandable, clear language, and you had a very good vocal variety while you were giving your speech. You also had very good eye contact that improved actually from your first speech. The one thing that I want you to work on is to remember to take your time when you give your speech. Sometimes less is more. Don't worry about the content or the amount of information that you want to impart to your audience. But take the time to focus on your pronunciation, and that can only happen if you take your time to pronounce each word. I know you remember this from my last class that I had here. So Kido, practice makes perfect. I'm really proud of the man you are today, and keep it up.
Thank you, Madura, for your sincere sharing. I like the way she said, I want you to. Sometimes we may take offense to that, but I think she meant well. Do you agree? Yes. I like that sense of humor which is pervading the environment today. I'd like now at this point to invite, I think it's time for you to vote for the best evaluator. If you could just do that now. Okay, I'd like now to call upon Toastmaster Kamal for the Art Council report. Over to you, Kamal.
First of all, we shall start with ASAA, Loicho, 0 postulus. Same goes to Toastmaster of the Day, Support, 0. President Vidya, 1 up, 1 so, total of 2. Table topic Master Ramesh, 0 postulus. Table topic speaker number 1, Alicia, 0 postulus. Table topic speaker number 2, Joshua, 1 so, total of 1. Moving forward, Robina, 4 so, total of 4. Table topic evaluator for Sugumaran, 1 up, total of 1. Speaker number 1, Winston, 1 up, 1 1 year, 5 so, total of 8. Speaker number 2, Saldiana, 4 up, 5 so, repeated words I, 1 A, 1 you know, total of 4. Speaker number 3, Kilo, 1 1 4 so, total of 6. Speech evaluator number 1, David Tan, total of 3 so. Speech evaluator number 2, total of 1 so, Felicia. Speech evaluator number 3, Madhura, total of 2 so. That's all.
And now, could I request Toastmaster Liu Zhenxiang to give his Romanian report?
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, the word of the day, perseverance, is used for 7 times.
Yay!
Used once by Alicia, David, and Madhura. And then the champion of the day is Joshua and Winston. Used twice. Wow. So we will start with good usage of English for today. Alicia used formula of success, never give up and strike through the problem, excellent storyteller. Joshua, fundamental brings investment to next level. Robina, failure is a stepping stone to success. Learn along the way, shaking with nervousness. Sukwa, boost our confidence, motivational speech, enthusiastic in learning and improving, unforgettable experience. Kido, priority management, prioritize the task given. Sugu, energetic marathon runner. David, direct connection, influential speaker. Madhura, practice makes perfect. So, after a good usage of English, I will deliver poor usage of English for today. First, we are very easily, should be we are easily. Based on just now the figure, based on the figure shown. This is the charts. These are the charts. Girls is slim. Girls are slim. Look me. Look at me. Stay outside from them. Stay away from them. Few meetings. Few meetings. Lucky, only 3 bags. Luckily, only 3 bags of food. Snap photo with us. Take a photo with us. Don't bring anything here again. Don't bring this kind of food again. We are still lucky. We are lucky. Spend more time with Winston. Spend more time with Winston. We are. Voice gesture was clear. Voice and gesture were clear. Completely very good. Very good. You don't have to have. You don't need to have. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Liu. You again had listened very, very, very attentive. Thank you for a great job. And now, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Siu Chi Choi for the timekeeper's report.
Hello, Toastmaster. Good afternoon. I'm pleased to announce the timekeeper report for today's meeting. Our meeting starts slightly late at 12:34 p.m. ASAA call meeting to order by Chloe Cho, 3 minutes, 3 seconds. President opening speech by Vidya, 5 minutes for 2 seconds. TMC taking control by Sofa, 7 minutes for 2 seconds. Table topic speakers as follow. Alicia J, 1 minute 45 seconds. Joshua, 1 minute 27 seconds. Robina, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Project speakers as follow. Vincent So, 7 minutes 35 seconds. Sabiana, 7 minutes 30 seconds. Kido Lim, 6 minutes 24 seconds. General Evaluator taking control by Kim King, 2 minutes. Evaluators solo table topics by Sukumaran, 2 minutes 32 seconds. Speech number 1 evaluation by David Tan, 3 minutes 35 seconds. Speech 2 evaluation by Alicia K, 3 minutes 5 seconds. Speech 3 evaluation by Matura, 2 minutes for 3 seconds. Up counter report by Kama, 1 minute 5 seconds. Grammarian report by Liu Zhenjia, 2 minutes per second. Time report by Xiu Chi Choi, 1 minute 44 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siu. And now it's my turn to give you an idea of my impression of today's meeting. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, I found it so delightful to come to this agility room with a very informal setup. At the same time, a very colorful, inspiring environment. Casual yet so purposeful. And it reminds me of what Ralph said. We are in an environment where there is fun. This is really just essential. I felt Toastmasters meeting could be fun and learning at the same time. The President's opening address by President Vidya, I felt that she gave us a very warm welcome, and her address related directly to the theme of the meeting, Never Give Up, and she shared her thoughts on what Never Give Up means generally. Toastmaster of the day, Sukwa. She has actually led us through a very purposeful, enjoyable, very smoothly flowing program without any hitch. Very, very well structured. And I particularly liked the visual display when she shared with us about Toastmasters International. The information was so direct, so clear, and so memorable. Table Topics Master Ramesh, I thought he did a great job, and so did the Table Topics speakers. There's one point mentioned by Madhura about Kido repeating a speech. And this is exactly what I want to share with the guests, especially, in addition to the members. The fact that this is a platform. Toastmasters Club meeting is a platform where each and every person who comes up gets the opportunity to speak, to improve. This meeting has been delightful. I urge you, join Toastmasters Club. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, with great pleasure, as General Evaluator and having ended my role, I'd like to pass you back to the Toastmaster of the Day, Sukwa.
Thank you very much, Madam General Director Kim Kim. And Kim Kim actually accepted to be the General Evaluator a few days before because our earlier appointed general director can't make it last minute. So it's very kind of her to be here today. Thank you very much for your valuable feedback. And now it's the award session in which we will announce who are the best table topic speaker as well as the evaluator. Can I invite the club president, Vitya, to come forward to present the awards? For the best table topic speaker, drum roll, please. Robina. And best speaker, drum roll. Idoli.
Sorry, yeah.
With the banner together. Come on, David.
Like that cannot see IJM.
Yeah.
Red people.
You're so awkward. Okay. Congratulations.
Red people. Okay, thank you.
And the best evaluator, drum roll please. None other than David Chan.
Okay, I read.
That's what you need to
3,
do.
2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
And also we have a token of appreciation for our general evaluator, Kim Kim. Yes, please allow. So happy already.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. And lastly, we would like to present an award or a token of a gift for one of our members who will be leaving soon, who is none other than Kido. We have something for you. I'll see you also. Later, we can go photo together.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So now I will hand over the control back to our club president, Vidya.
Thank you, Super, for conducting this meeting. It was so vibrant with you and it was so organized. Based on our speakers today, nobody said that it's going to be easy, so never give up. Before I officially end our meeting, I would like to thank all the evaluators and also role players, speakers, and my ESCO member who have conducted this meeting so smoothly today. And also thank you to my friend Kido who will be leading us to another place soon. And all the best to you and my best wishes. Before I end my meeting, can I have the feedback from the guests?
Brian, where's Ivan?
Any feedback from the guests on our meeting today? Anyone have anything to say?
I think you just ask them, stand up and give the feedback. Yeah, if you have time.
Yeah, please. I think you're ready.
Joshua, you're an ex-Toastmaster member, so how do you find a corporate meeting?
I like the 1 minute starting. Actually, because we just came back from another meeting, it helped us to set the tone and the pace for the meeting. I've never seen other clubs did it before, so well done on that. So other than that, I think the members-wise are very engaging. So I can see a very group of a big group of good speakers here. So well done for that.
Thank you. Hey, talking about the 1 minute, what happened to those briefing, nothing, just 1 minute, so my mind is wandering. If you have that guide us, I really enjoy that. What happened to that?
We will take note on that, yeah.
Okay. Because they used to have that, yeah. It has the top, really, then they guide you like mindfulness, right?
Yeah, understand. Any other feedback? Yes, Sivadas?
Yeah, good evening, President. Good afternoon, President. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Although I came late, I really enjoyed the evaluations. The general literature, the general literature, then the table, the speech literature and the table topic evaluation by Devi Sukumaran, Nisha, and Makula. And our complex really enjoyed the meeting and really perseverance to meet them. Next time I come to me, but so all of you, well done. The meetings are good meetings. Goodbye and back to President.
Overall, very impressive. And I think everyone is doing their jobs very well. Especially, I quite impressed with the grammarian today. I don't believe how you can write down all the speeches while everybody is talking about giving their speech at the front and not missing at the back. Good job to everyone. Thank you.
Beside Nothing. I hope you enjoy our meeting today.
Okay.
David Tan, do you have anything to say?
What do you want me to say?
About our meeting today.
1 minute not enough for him, later.
Well, this is my first time inside this room. It's very cozy, and you can see the amount of people. And I truly love this club. If not, I wouldn't have invited my BNI members to join me today.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
And
Lisa. Not Lisa.
I'm quite late, so I missed the front part. Yeah, but I'm quite impressed of the mistake that he got down of every speaker and all that. Thanks.
Thank you for your feedback. I hope all of you enjoyed our meeting today. And before we leave, we will take a snap picture. So we stay in the room, and I'll officially end the meeting.
Later break the table. You take a photo here.
Please come forward to take a picture.